up and sit down.
Just did time as well.
I think we're live. Yep, we are.
No, we're still scheduled, mate. You better check again.
Hello, folks. Colin here, Festa 67's workshop, and
It's me, Dave, from Model Maker Dave's Workshop. Hello, everyone. How are you? Hope all is good.
welcome to today's Sunday brunch. Now, I'm going to take my hat off for a minute because, yeah, we lost another member of the model making community on Monday last week. Really good friend of mine, Stuart Scooby Hyam, sadly passed away totally out of the blue and unexpected. I was chatting to him in the early hours of Monday, and he earned his model making wings not long after. So, Sherry, my darling, my sincerest condolences to you and the family.
And mine as well.
Totally gobsmacked. Still am. Have been all week. Dave's been there, and I've been busting his ear holes. And yeah, it's knocked us all sideways. Scooby was a genuinely decent chap, loved by the community, and will be sorely missed. So
very much so.
Yeah, sorry to open the show on a sad note, folks, but for those of you that didn't know, you do, and those that were expecting me to do some videos and some work on commissions and that, apologies, but I've just been a little bit, taken aback by it. I'll be back building soon, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's a shame. So R.I.P. Scoop. God bless you, my son. And this one's for you, mate. All right, buddy?
Yep.
Right. We have got, moving on there. We got Pascal Leverse in the chat saying good morning, even. Good evening. God, get your head on, Festa. What's up with you? He's saying, good morning, folks. Morning, Pascal. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Frankie goes to Wobblywood. Hello. He's then asking, is anybody out there? I was setting up at the time. I could see him in there, and I'm like, yeah, just let him worry. Lewis Williams is saying, good morning, all. Frankie there is chatting to Lewis. Some bloke called Festa is saying hi, folks. Who else have we got? That was me just saying setting up. Lewis has said that he's popped some pictures in the group, so we'll have a looky-loo pictures and all of that lot in a bit. We'll just do our little beginning catch-ups, odds and sods there. Reese is in. Hello, Beaker. How you doing?
How's your pink rings?
His sidekicks in there, Common Road Junction, Archie Boniface. Hello, Archie. How you doing, me old chisel nut?
Hello, Archie.
You on board. Dave Price is in. Hello, Dave. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Been seeing your pictures coming up in the group, mate. So we'll get to that in a little bit. Mark's scale models. Not sure whether you're Mark, Spro Surgeon Mark, or not. Can't remember, mate. Hello anyway. Hope you're keeping well. Plastic Monkey, if I remember rightly, is Paul Shapland. Hello, mate. How you doing? Lee Eagles is in, saying hello, everyone. Dave Price is saying T-1. Yeah, I was off air, mate. I was all super profesh giving it the old 10.
Oh, yeah. Had the proper technical director's countdown. We are going live in, and I'm sat here starting to quake in my boots, you know.
You know why I did that, though, Dave, don't you? Because I keep forgetting to hit the go live button, don't I? So I thought if I do it and look at it and sit there going 10, 9, yeah.
So why is it still saying scheduled?
It's not, mate, because I've got it on the other monitor there. So yeah, see what I've got to put up with.
I'll catch you out.
Chris at Gross is saying hello to Frankie. And Shane Youngs is saying, afternoon, Colin, Dave, and everyone else. Who else have we got? Oh, well, got quite a few in here. Feel like Chris on a Monday. Harry Styring, good morning, stroke afternoon. Hello, fella. How you doing? Lee Eagles is, I'm here, Festa. I can see your wavy hands there, mate.
Are you sure he's here?
Yeah, Mark saying, no, just me. Apologies, mate. Got you mixed up with someone else, but welcome aboard anyway, mate. Oh, name I haven't seen before there.
Yeah,
Big Charlie.
He's one of my subs. Hello, Charlie. How are you, fella? Hope you're well.
God, I sounded just like you then, Dave. It's all right. We've been like this all morning, mate. Yeah, good morning, Big Charlie's Model Garage. Welcome aboard. We have got Skullfish is in. Hello, Skullfish. How you doing, mate? James is in. James Chapman. Hello, Colin and Dave. Hello, James. Hopefully, mate, part 6 this week, or part 7, should we say. I'll try and get at the bench this week, mate, and rekindle me mojo a bit. Yeah, I'll do whatever I can, mate, for you. RJC saying Skullfish.
He should really be saying pink ring, shouldn't he? Because he is the king of the pink ring.
Who's that?
Reese.
Oh, Reese is. Oh, yeah, definitely is, mate. He certainly is. So, what we all been up to in the chat? Hopefully, you've all been building and keeping things going during the week.
Yeah.
What you been up to, Dave?
Well, I'm just going to put the standard question out to everyone in chat, and that's to say what is on the bench and what is in or about to go in to the belly.
Absolutely. Belly and bench time instantly, mate. Gets in there.
Got to be done, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna wind him up now.
No, you're not, because I'm gonna go make me have a cup of tea.
See what I mean? This is where we're all super professional, mate. Yeah, because it's cup of tea time, isn't it? Nothing gets in the way of a cup of tea. Yep, Lee's saying, how are you, Dave? Dave is fine and dandy, oh, mate. I'm going to wind him up in a minute because I've been bullying him all week long. James is saying, no rush. It's going to be awesome. Build no matter how long it takes. P.S. Alicia is Mrs. and Shania daughter. Say hey. Hello, ladies. Hope you're both keeping well. Hope you done you a nice bit of breakfast and just sat there with your feet up with a nice mug of coffee or tea, enjoying the show. Welcome aboard. Yes, James. I kind of lost me mojo a little bit because we lost Scooby on Monday, mate. He sadly passed away, and it knocked me a little bit sideways. And I kind of just thought I didn't want the commission to suffer or me work to diminish in any way. My mind just wasn't in a good place. And like I say, roll up your sleeves and get on and move on and stuff. But yeah, I just need to refocus myself again. I'm going to put Dave full screen because I want you to see his expression in a second, because I've been picking on him mercilessly for days now. Here, Dave.
Yes.
Is that a bit of hobby zone I could see on your bench?
Yeah, there is a little bit. Let me change camera and I'll give everybody a proper viewing.
I picked on him the other week and basically told him to go and sit on the naughty step because his bench was the scuzziest, messiest bench I'd ever seen. And,
so, if we go back to last week,
yeah,
as he moves his camera slightly, just to give a slight tease.
Oh, you're teasing, are you?
I'm going for the full tease here. So, if we move that back like that, so this part of the bench here, as everybody will recall, was covered in utter detritus. It is now. See, look, I've got real estate back.
Yeah, you got hobby zone, ain't ya?
Yeah, no, I've got some hobby zone stuff. See, look.
Yeah.
So, and the plan is that there's another order going to happen this afternoon, and that area, which is to my left, is all going to get done next week.
Yeah.
I'm going to order myself another half dozen modules so that we can have a bit more of a professional tidy up. Oh,
yeah.
Professional tidy up.
What started all of this off was the viewers gallery, Dave, wasn't it? We asked people to put up photographs of their man caves, and Dave said, "Oh, I'll put some pictures up of mine." And he sent me the pictures, and I'm like, "You scuzzy young man, been it's pre-9 o'clock." I said, "Golden Bennett, the state of that." I said, "If anyone needs some hobby zone, it's you." And we kind of started mercilessly ripping him about the state of his bench and shamed him into buying some. So,
well, I also think it was because I know Carl and James over at Making Models and Officers.
Yeah.
They just had a spout of doing their benches up, and they looked remarkably tidy, which made my tip look even more like a tip. And I was a bit ashamed, and I thought I better do something about this. And then Colin started giving me verbal diarrhea in both ears at full blast.
Oh yeah.
So yes. So we're going to get some more. So I'm going to have another session of Hobby Zone building on Friday evening, I think, is when I'm going to do it, because it was quite nice just sitting here sticking stuff together.
Yeah. Chris is saying at least your bench isn't covered in paint. For those that don't know, Paul Stewart over at Team Inept has got the world's scuzziest looking cutting mat, because he's a bit like Bob Ross. He uses it as a rubber paint palette, and it's minging. And I'd love to get hold of it and clean it just to throw him off guard. If anyone's close to Paul that can sneak his cutting mat out and post it to me, I set myself the challenge of cleaning.
So are we going to have a gallery of shame, as in workbench, cutting mats?
Oh, mate, yeah. I mean, I had it recently, wasn't it, where I sent you that picture of my 3D printer and said, I think I need to do a bit of maintenance and clean it, because I'd been printing non-stop, and it looked like, it looked like someone had machine gunned it, Dave, didn't it? It was minging. And then a few weeks ago, he stuck his bench cam on, and I caught a glimpse of the side of his printer, and I went, "Oi." I said, "Move that camera to your left a minute." So he did. And I went, "You had the cheek to have a go at me about my printer." Look at that.
Yeah.
Proper scuzzy it was, mate.
It still is. It actually does. I think I need to take it outside and get one of those. You know, the jet spray things you use on the car.
The Karchers. Yeah. Other brands are available, of course.
Yeah.
James Chapman saying hasn't got a man cave. He's just a Lego build table. Laugh out loud. Good man.
Hey, nothing wrong with a bit of Lego.
Yeah, Jamie's in. Hello, everyone. Hello, Jamie. How you doing, mate? Welcome aboard. I hope you got a cup of tea. What's in the belly? What's on the bench? Frankie's saying that he's posted. He's in the group. Oh, mate, we get a full meal in the group.
Oh.
Lewis is belly, cheese and ham toasty. Bench, my little girl wants to do her pink Volkswagen Beetle. Good for you, mate.
Nothing wrong with that.
Aries is saying, just finished the Cuda drift car and only thing in the belly is a black coffee. Yeah, it's that time of morning, isn't it? Same with me, mate. I have a nice cup of rosy with a bit of sugar in it and as my little wake up, because someone inadvertently stayed up all night and didn't go to bed till 9 o'clock this morning and had a little power nap just before the show went live, because I got engrossed in watching the MotoGP and Formula One testing. Yeah, I know. I'm a petrol head. Reese is saying, pink ring is all good. Ha ha ha. Although I'm sore today, I did a 10-mile walk yesterday, legs throbbing. 10-mile walk should have been 10-mile run. What's up with you?
Well, bearing in mind that he's trying to get into the reserves, it should have been a 10-mile speed march with a 40-pound pack on his back.
Yeah, that's a point. Mark Burgess is saying lime and black pepper tuna with lemon and coriander couscous in the belly. Oh,
Sounds
wow.
very
That's a nice little Sunday morning
yeah.
treat there, mate.
Yeah, that sounds very posh and very nice.
Aries is saying nothing wrong with being a petrol head, mate. I was brought up surrounded by the smell of two-stroke and things like that, and yeah. James is asking predictions for this year's F1. I'd like to see Lewis get 7 to equal Michael's record, bless him. But I don't know. I've got a feeling in me, Walter, about Max Verstappen this year. I don't know. He's like a little.
Well,
yeah, he's like.
Red Bull have been coming back into the fray very slowly and very quietly, because everyone has got the attention on Ferrari.
Yeah, who didn't have a particularly good showing in testing, I must say.
Which has taken the camera lens off of Red Bull, and they've just very quietly got their heads down and dare I say, could it be more between Red Bull and Mercedes, with Ferrari trying to mess it up every now and again when they get their plans together?
Yeah, I mean, Mercedes have got their rather trick steering system, haven't they? The DAS system, where they can adjust the front toe in and toe out of the wheels and that. But Red Bull have got some tidy little tweaks on their car there around the aero and suspension. And Adrian Newey, bless him, he is the king of aero, isn't he? And
well, yeah, he is a bit of a god, isn't he?
You know, there's a big radical change next year on aero, and I think he's gone all out this year to get as much on this incarnation of car as he can get away with in the rules. And I don't know. I mean, I was watching Max putting the laps in testing, one after another, all within milliseconds, and I'm like, bloody hell. You know, within a day, you'd done 2 race distances, and I'm like, yeah, you know, that's a lot of miles in testing.
Yeah.
It's totally scale models. Yeah, it was already banned, Steve, anyway, mate. The FIA had already put a ruling in that it was banned for next season, but Mercedes thought, sod it, we'll do it this year then. But he's asking, who will Lewis Hamilton drive for next season? Well, apparently there's something already in the bag with Mercedes where he's going to do one more contract with them and then perhaps finish at Ferrari. We don't know, do we? Let's be honest. I mean,
well, I don't know.
Why jump at the end of the day? You know, Mercedes have done him since he was a kid, didn't they? You know, that sounds wrong, doesn't it? I've supported him since he was a kid, and why not be loyal to them? But he's got that in his belly where he wants to drive for the prancing horse, isn't he?
Yeah, but it also depends on if the prancing horse team actually make him an offer, which they probably will, because you know he's one of the top drivers anyway.
Yeah,
but it's not so much what he can offer them; it's what can they offer him. And over the last couple of seasons, they've had spouts of doing really well when they've got their race plan together and everybody's on form.
Yeah.
But they haven't shown a season or seasons of consistency.
No, I mean, it depends on what Matteo Benito offers, doesn't it, at the end of the day? But I mean, he done an interview on the F1 testing, and dare I say it already, the body language, the shoulders have dropped. You know, it's, well, yeah, you know, we'll try and do this and maybe do that, and we'll see how the car goes during the season. But it wasn't. You know, when I mean, I love Christian Horner a bit, so I think he's great TV. I really do, because he is that kid in the model shop, isn't he, that we all were. And whenever he's interviewed on any of the F1 shows, he's quite an excitable chap, isn't he? And he's like, yeah, we're going to do this, and oh yeah, we're happy with that. And I didn't see that with Ferrari. And Toto Wolff is the sort of typical stoic, doesn't give anything away Toto, you know, whereas
he's just total poker face, isn't he?
Oh, isn't he? He's brilliant at it. But Christian Horner, bless him, is, yeah, he wears his heart on his sleeve, and I like that about him. And I don't know, I just kind of root him for Red Bull this season, to be quite honest with you. So yeah. Steve at Totally Scowl has said that they're throwing in the towel, so half of them will go to Ferrari. Yeah. Yeah, there's a strange one, isn't it? Aries is saying when Hamilton is done playing in the little league, he should come and play in the big league race in WEC. Yeah. And James is saying they haven't really been the same since Alonso left to go back to McLaren. Yeah, I mean, Sebastian Vettel is, I don't know whether he's losing his mojo at all with the sport. I don't know. He doesn't seem settled at Ferrari like he was at Red Bull, and perhaps he needs to make a change.
Even when he was at Red Bull and there was Ricciardo was coming up through the ranks and was basically teaching the number one how to do stuff because he kept on out qualifying him.
Yeah, he was snapping at his ankles a bit, Dave, wasn't he? And I don't think Seb likes that, mate.
And I think that ruffled his feathers. I don't think he's necessarily, excuse me, properly settled at Ferrari because he's had one or two incidences, shall we say, whether they were absolutely intentional or whether it was just having a brain fart or whatever.
Yeah.
He's not got the consistency that he had in the early days when he was at Red Bull. When he was top dog, he was number one, and the team were working for him and supplying him with everything that he needed. I don't think he's got that at Ferrari. Yeah,
he was back then like Max Verstappen is now. He was hungry, wasn't he? But he seems to have lost his hunger. And Osric is saying, you know, F1's got boring. It has, mate. It really has. I think they've over-regulated now, and I think they just need to go, do you know something? We are the pinnacle of motorsport. As long as it's got four wheels, a steering wheel, and bits ain't falling off of it, throw on it what you like, throw under the hood what you like, and go racing. And I think they've over-regulated it now, and it's become a bit like the Stepford Wives, isn't it? Everyone's like a little robotic driver that is media savvy and media friendly and loving, groomed and coiffured and all of that BS. And I think as a fan, you know, the days of, I mean, I remember James Hunt stood there with a fag on and a glass of champagne in his hand. 10 minutes before going to the starting grid, you know.
About 5 dolly birds on each arm.
Yeah, and I missed that golden era. Look at Barry Sheen, Dave, with the hole in the front of his crash helmet where his fag used to go through it.
Yeah.
It was perfect. And I think they've become global brands, haven't they, these sports stars? And I suppose it's the modern time. But
it's become very corporate. It's very...
you can't say this. You can only answer questions on this subject. And
and
it's a global business, isn't it?
It's very... There's a rule for this and there's a rule for that. And he got within 3 millimeters of my front tire, so that's breaking the rule.
Yeah.
Right, let's report that and we get a penalty for him, and that'll put him 5 seconds behind me.
Yeah, stewards.
It's getting a bit... Dare I say, it's getting a bit like handbags at dawn.
Well, yeah, a mate of mine calls it Formula Mercedes.
Well, there is that.
He said because everything's geared towards them. But then that's always been historic. Back in the days when McLaren was dominant, then Williams, then Red Bull, then Ferrari had their Schumacher years. So
and you had the years of the Honda engine as well. Because
so you've always had that. This is why I like the MotoGP so much, because mate, it's one of them, innit? It's just wheel-to-wheel racing.
I think I'll probably start watching a bit more of the MotoGP. I don't really know the characters involved because I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, Rossi dominated for years, but once they started, how can we say, leveling the field a little bit and allowing other riders to be, how can we say, more competitive. Yeah, it really has radically changed the sport, and Espolotto, who governs it, it's changing in the right direction. I mean, for years it was all about Valentino. Let's give him what he wants to keep him in the sport, but there's a changing of the guard happening now, and I think going forward that the sport, it could be sort of quite intriguing to watch the development in the next few years. So
yeah, because I know you sent me a few clips, and I was watching some of them, and I was like on the edge of my chair because these guys are throwing these bikes around like there's no tomorrow. Their knees are like millimeters off the ground. Their bikes are so close together that you think there's actually joined by an umbilical cord between the two of them. And they're giving it full beans. They got the throttle right home. You can see the wrist is almost bent over double, and they're giving it, and they're going around the bend, and you're thinking, which one's going to come off first? Because if one goes, he's going to take the other one with him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was at Mugello last year and saw Marc Marquez do a 67-degree lean angle, full beans on a MotoGP bike. And I'm like, as an ex-rider, I was gobsmacked. I was in awe of that, and it's like, if you saw that bike without a rider on, you'd look at it and go, someone's bike's just fell over there. How he does it, I don't know. It's knee down, elbow down, crash helmet down almost. It's phenomenal. But, and it's, again, I mean, I started going bike racing when it was the two-strokes, and I just remember that as a kid, the smell of two-stroke in your nostrils and going down Wimbledon Speedway track, Dave.
Yeah, I went to Brands Hatch years ago to watch some motor racing on the motorbikes. Felt distinctly out of place because Mr. and Mrs. Bike Rider were going around in matching leathers, and I was in jeans and t-shirt and thinking, yeah.
I'd love to see the MotoGP boys going around Brands Hatch, but also the little motorcycle sidecar outfits.
Oh yeah,
coming around it. I mean, I've had the pleasure of seeing them going around the TT circuit on the Isle of Man, and I'm like, they're mad. They're totally mad.
You think motor riders are bad, but the pilots go in the sidecars, literally leaning over the back wheel to keep it down.
Oh yeah, the passenger on the sidecar leaning in just as they come to the corner where the brick wall is. It's like, yeah, good man. You know, and the likes of John McGuinness and Guy Martin going around the TT circuit. It's like, I mean, Guy Martin's Guy Martin at the end of the day. He's a bloody legend, mate, you know, but we digress, mate. But yeah, RJC is saying there, or the 2-stroke 500s. Yeah, I know, mate. Oh, I'm reminiscing. Kenny Roberts on a Yamaha. Oh, King Kenny, bloody hell, ding dong, mate. So anyway, I'm rambling about motorsport and all of that. Look, what you been doing at your bench, Dave?
There's nothing wrong with that. Right, I'm going to put my bench cam on.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll put your full screen as soon as you're ready, mate. We'll see what you've been up to. I'll gloss over a little bit of what I've been up to, but ain't really a lot. And we'll do a bit of gallery and stuff. So I'm just going to bung your full screen, mate.
All right, hang on. Let me get me. That's it. Get the camera lined up. Right. Definite unashamed plug, because I've already put a video up on the YouTube channel.
Oh, good man.
Let's start. Put that down. Let's start with the Huey, shall we?
Yeah.
Now, the Huey, for the inside of it, the cockpit thing, I'm almost done. He says, reaching for a pointing stick. The cockpit, the crew seats have got their harnesses on and they've been painted, so they are now looking even more part of it than they were before. The front cover has gone on, but it's still looking distinctly way too new, way too clean. So it's got to have some dirt put on it and some weathering and scratching and Lord knows what else I'm going to do to that. Now, this is a bit you may or may not see as he tries to get an angle. Maybe. I've put some lead wire in that goes in through the holes and then up to the back of the control panel. Oh, yeah, similar to what I did on mine on the dash there, mate, all the leads and that. Yeah, I used the lead wire because it was soft and it was easy to move it around threading it through the holes. But in the back of the control panel, I tried out some of the black milliput. Yeah. It's not bad stuff. It does the job, doesn't it? It sets, as in double rock hard. Trying to drill into it with a little hand drill, it took a little while to get going, but yeah. So yeah, no, it's good stuff. I like using that. I shall use some more of that. Yeah, it's getting good. That the interesting bit, he says, trying to get it. Hopefully, you can see the stretcher trestle has gone in. Yeah. I need to do something around here and at the base just to make it look like it's been welded to the floor and to the wall. Yeah, yeah. Because at the moment, it kind of looks like it's just been stuck in there and left to get on with it. Yeah. But that's in. I've done a little bit of light weathering, as in a little bit of rusting on it, just to make it look a bit more like it's been there for a while, because it's they've got hold of some old scaffold poles and they've just chopped them down and given the apprentice the job of welding it all together. Yeah, done an infield conversion. Yes, infield modification, as I keep calling it. So that really is the cockpit for the Huey. It's as near as damn it finished now. To say that I'm chuffed with it is an understatement. I've really enjoyed putting it together and I've really enjoyed working on it. So, been working on the Tiffy. Oh yeah, looking good. All of the work that I've done inside the cockpit, no one is ever going to see, but I know it's there. But what I do like is this detail that they managed to get into the wing. You know, you can cut the hole out, or the panel out, and then you can have this detail. I've got to do a bit more weathering in there and make it look a bit more used and abused. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's as I said in the video, it's a lovely little mojo booster.
that's what a lot of these little kits are good for, aren't they?
Yeah,
You know
it's
what
not.
I mean? You just sit there and bung them together. And, you know, if you're having a bit of a slow bench time or you've lost your mojo a little bit, you know, they're good little kits to do, Dave, aren't they?
Yeah, I must admit, and I'm probably gonna make a rod for my own back. But having done this one, I am a little bit tempted to maybe do its big brother.
Yeah. JS Idaho's asking, is that the 1/24th scale kit, the ropey one from Revell? Yes, it is, mate. We were getting bombarded with how bad the 1/24th Huey is, and I had one in my stash, and Dave went and got one. But saying that, they've really gone together well, Dave, haven't they?
At the moment, I literally cannot fault the kit what I've done so far, and all of the carving up and cutting and sawing and everything that I've done on the kit. I absolutely cannot fault it. I cannot find, and I've not seen any form of bad fit.
It's one of those, isn't it? It's an old mold from the 60s and early 70s, and I still think if Revell was to revisit that mold and really go to town and modernize it and hyper detail it, I think that they would absolutely sell a ton load of them, mate.
Do you know what? I think even if they did that, or better still, did a full revamp and upgrade and put it into the technical range.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Because
if you're gonna go to town on it, they might as well put it into the technical range, because they could do so much. And as was what you've done on yours with the extra crew, and you've had a few bits off of me from what I've not used on mine.
Yeah.
But let me change camera.
Yeah, I mean, luckily for me, I've been able to 3D print crew, pilots, soldiers, and you know, and open all the doors up and things like that, and go to town with it. It's got a lighting kit in it, and
you've had the extra machine guns from me, and you've had the extra rocket pods from me.
Yes.
So you've been able to go from a standard box build to a Colin modified.
It's kind of it's kind of weaponized it a bit and made it a bit
But it I think, as we've said in the past when we've been talking about it off air, I think when it was originally designed, because it's so thick, as in the plastic for the fuselage, it's one of those that's been designed to be put together, and then for Junior to go and do his own Vietnam War things out in the Gulf.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's that scale. It's that structure where it's almost a child's toy, isn't it? A plaything as well as a model kit, you know, whereas the lower scale ones are more detailed or more display orientated, aren't they?
And I think when Revell did this, it was the toy market that they was aiming for rather than the builder.
Yeah,
it was a case of Dad put it together and then off goes Junior, so to speak.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I know we joked about it as we're doing, the ropey kits. It's kicking off with the 1/24th Huey, but I'm glad I finally got round to building it, because it's been in my stash for years. And
ever since I've known you, you've always been harping on about, I'm going to do the Huey, I'm going to do, and you've never got round to doing it. And I thought, right, okay, if I can get one, I'll build one with you, and that kind of tipped you over the edge to get it down and get on with it.
Yeah, and we've got the ATST coming up next, didn't we? I'm looking forward to that one.
I'm looking forward to that, because that's going to be completely different to what we've been doing on these.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be 1/48th instead of 1/24th.
Yes.
It's going to be sci-fi, so pretty much anything goes.
Yeah.
open up the imagination and let it go and let it go wandering off in its own little path.
Exactly.
That's going to be a good one to do. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, I mean, JS has got a good point there. You know, imagine it with the new slide mold tooling, a one-piece tail boom, and weapons like the new Viper from Academy. Yeah, it's one of them. You know, I mean, I've done that. I'm kind of tempted to try and get hold of an Apache helicopter or a Black Hawk helicopter and have a go at one of them now because
But going back to the Revell Huey, if you can get hold of one, do so, because if you want to have a go at doing your own thing and having a go at doing some scratch building or getting a saw out and doing some sawing and stuff like that, it's a kit that once you open your imagination up, you're off and running. So,
oh yeah,
I don't think you can go far wrong, really.
no.
Those that say, "Oh, it's a kit because it's got bad fit," I don't think they've either looked in the box or they've even attempted to build it themselves.
Yeah, I mean it's unique, you know. I mean, yeah, the lack of detail is apparent in it, but then you know, I think it's a 73 or a 75 mold in it that we got.
Yeah.
JS is asking, are you building the MPC ATST or the Bandai? It's the Bandai one, mate.
Yeah. So, right, so I'll go back over to me bench cam because I've got a couple of other bits that I've been up to.
Yeah, no worries, mate. You're still on full screen, Dave.
Right. So to catch up, haven't done much more, if anything, on the Landy because kind of got sidetracked by Hobby Zone. Well, it was a big sidetrack actually, and doing the stuff from the bits and pieces on the Huey. But just to recap, I've still got the driver's door to finish off, gently removing. The engine is still as it was when I last worked on it, still looking like a plastic lump. It needs to be painted. But the other thing that I had a go at, because I wanted to test my printer because I've moved it, I had a go at printing off a bust. And to be absolutely critical and fair, it's not the best in the world.
Oh, bless you.
It's a bit.
Is that a subtle hint, Dave?
Well, to be honest, as I said in the video, with this particular figure, even if you dipped it in and did it in a resin cast, it would still be a bit lackluster and a bit.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. There's not a huge amount of facial detail, let alone the facial expression. And the way that the hands have been molded or put in, I don't know if it's supposed to be a pilot, a gamer, or a magician, or I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It looks like she's supposed to have been carrying something.
Well, no, that's what I was thinking. When it's finished, I'll probably put it here behind Jar Jar, and she'll be carrying Jar Jar everywhere.
Yeah.
What I have tried was to use Mr. Surfacer to see if I could fill the ridges because of each layer going down.
Yeah.
Which failed, basically.
Yeah.
It was a bit. There is a word that I want to use, but we're before the watershed. But
I mean, if you want, bung the file up in G Drive, and I'll have a little looky loo, and I'll do you one in resin, mate. It's up to you, mate. I don't mind.
No, I don't want to waste your resin, mate. It's
all right.
It's just really as a test to make sure everything's all right after I move the printer, and I'm on that side of it. I'm happy.
Yeah,
that printer's okay. But what I have been using is I've been using a bit of the old Vallejo plastic putty.
Oh yeah, our good old friend Vallejo putty. Yeah,
Well, I mixed a little bit of distilled water in it, and
yeah,
as dear old Ted says, slapping it all over.
yeah,
And I've now been using some Tamiya sponges to rub it down.
yeah.
And it's not bad. I don't know what it's going to be like when I've put some paint on it. That would be an interesting concept.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Oh, the sanders that I've been using that I
Yeah.
bought, the Infinity, absolutely love them. But
Yeah, you've been on about them. Saying, yeah,
yeah, I've used this one and I've dug out the 600 as well, and the 800 and the 600 I think are going to get absolutely pasted because they really do work very well.
Lewis Williams has got a great one now. Just a quick question: how'd you get paint Tamiya paint off a 3-year-old's hands and her clothes before Mum comes home? Bit of Tamiya X20, mate.
Put child and child's clothes in washing machine and put on cool heat.
Yeah.
I've no idea. I wouldn't know.
Dave Price is saying Infinity products are second to none. Yeah, I mean, Dave's been on about them Sanders and it keeps sort of festa. Order some.
Yeah, I know you are particularly brutal with your Sanders, but I think these stand a really good chance of blowing you up, mate.
I can imagine Paul Bretland, bless him, sits there with his hand in his head in his hands, going, "Oh, look what he's doing to my Sanders." But I admit it, I am brutal with me Sanders, and I know I'm very heavy-handed, so I don't, they're a consumable at the end of the day. But yeah, used correctly, they can last a long time. But if they're used by a festa, mate, then yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, the challenge is laid down. Get yourself some of these and see if you can brutalize them.
He sits there and he says to me, "Have you ordered them yet? Have you ordered them yet?" I'm like, "What's that, Dave? Your Sanders?" I'm like, yeah.
Well, just the same as you've been on at me about Hobby Zone. Come on.
Oh, absolutely, mate. I kind of bought a printer, didn't I? So I'm like, yeah, well, yeah, I will get a set. I will get a set. What have I been up to? Well, not a lot, really. I mean, last night I gave me Taxi its first coat of black.
Yeah, go on, put yourself full screen.
All right then.
Come on, full screen.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, kind of done a bit on the old Taxi Pops there with its opening and closing doors, and yeah, so that's pretty much that. I've got the decals done, ready for the wrappage along the sides of the Taxi. So I've got them printed. Frankie goes to Wobbywood. I've got your decals printed. They're currently awaiting their plastic coat, mate. So they'll be ready to go out to you this week, I hope, mate. I did say I'd send them out this week, previous week, but obviously I kind of got sidestepped with the bereavement, mate. So I'll play catch up this week. What other stuff? Put a little bit of paint on me Fokker.
Yeah.
So I got a bit of decaling to do on that.
Is that normal red or is that World War One red?
That's a red with a bit of a very smidge of black in it. Just a drip, just to make it look a bit.
Knock it down a touch.
Yeah, because I don't think you would have a vibrant red. I can't show what I resin printed during the week because someone else is in the show that it's for. But yeah, I had a play doing the bust on the resin printer. It's one that Dave has in his logo, and I've done a nice, decent sized one for him. So That's pretty much all I've done this week because I had kind of lost my mojo, to be honest with you. But I've got the
Yeah, but
decorator car that I've been doing with all of the gubbins on that. But
it's slowly coming back, mate. You know.
yeah, I mean, I got the old airbrush out last night, didn't I? Because someone had been nagging me about, you know, come on, mate, you know, Scoob wouldn't have wanted you to lose your mojo and sort of kick me and made me get me backside into gear. So I probably needed that. So cheers for that, Dave. It was appreciated, mate. But
you know, mate. Well, it'd be no less than what you would say to me.
Absolutely, it just threw me sideways. I'm on it, if I'm honest, mate. You know, and like I say, you know, he wouldn't have wanted me to stop. So yeah, you know, but I've got it in my head because recently Scoop sent me a Land Rover. So I'm going to do that as a dedicated build series when we do it, Dave. It's, you know, and, you know, that'll be the in loving memory of Scooby build or something. I don't know, you know, but I think because he had one as well and wanted to do the buddy build with it. And I thought, you know, something, yeah, I'll do it. Do it as a little tribute build, I think, just as a memorial, you know.
I'm thinking about that when I do my or carry on doing my Landy.
Yes.
Can you do me a small Scooby dog?
Yes.
So that I can put on it, just put it on the back somewhere or something. I don't know yet, but
yeah, you know, it was one of them. He was looking forward to the build, was asking whether I was going to be getting the saw out, and was nervously apprehensive when I said I was very tempted to chop it so that I could do it as a bowler wildcat. Do you remember the Land Rover Defender Dakar off-roader? And yeah, I kind of had this thing of doing something with it, but yeah, I think I might do it as an in memoriam build for Scope. So I'll have a word with Sherry, his lovely wife, and make sure she's comfortable with us doing that, because I don't want to upset the lady. I think she'll be okay with it. But yeah, I just think it would be a nice little gesture, wouldn't it?
Yeah, changing the subject.
Yes.
Jamie Bones has asked, has anyone used the Vallejo rust pigments, ligaments, as he's put there, and how good are they? I haven't used the rust, but I've used some of the Vallejo pigments for when I was making up plaster of Paris cobblestones for one of my figure dios. Worked all right for that. Not really used it for working on models, but it's like any pigment, really.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the mix stuff, the medium, heavy track rust, light rust stuff that I tend to use. So if it's similar to that, then I can imagine it would be all right. But I've not used the Vallejo ones, mate, to be honest with you.
No, I don't think there's anything between Vallejo and MIG and ammo and AK. And pigment is pigment. You use some pigment fixer just to hold it in place.
Yeah, can't see why not. James is asking if I'd be able to do some decals for a 112 Lotus JPS Mark III. Can't see why not, mate. I'll see whether I can find some artwork. That's the key. It's tracking down the artwork. It's tracking down perhaps someone who's got a set that can scan them in for us and email us the file, and I'll happily reproduce them. It's not a problem, you know, I don't mind. All I would say going forward, not as a poor me moment, but yeah, you know, I'll happily do this sort of stuff, but it might mean you send me a stamped addressed envelope, because I'm blowing a small fortune on postage at the moment.
I might be able to help, because
I'm
I've
on
got
disability and it's a bit tight.
upstairs somewhere. I've got the 124th JPS Lotus. So
Yeah.
I can scan those in and send them over to you, and then you can
Scale them up. Yeah.
scale them up and see where you go from there.
Yeah, that'd be perfect, Dave, because it's just getting the correct line shapes and
Yeah, because
contours
you've
and
got
all of that.
you've got the gold line, isn't it, that goes round everywhere?
Absolutely, because I've got the big 1/9. Is it the 1/9 scale? You know, the big Lotus 75 that I did. You know, the Emerson fitted part. No, Mario Andretti. Sorry, is the one I've got. Yeah.
Yeah, remind me,
James,
mate, and I'll dig that out because I've got. I think I've got the JPS one because you got one that was black and then there was one that was green. Was that the Martini one? The green.
I don't know, mate.
Look, what I'll do, I'll dig
Could have
them
been.
both out and I'll scan them both in, and then you got both, and then you can
Yeah.
either use one, other, or doing an amalgamation of both.
It was either Martini or Cinzano Bianco, wasn't it? One of the two. James is saying he's found a few pictures on Google which you could pay him. Yeah, PM me some artwork, James. We'll sort something out, mate. But yeah, yeah, I've got a lot of people asking me for stickers and that. I'll get round to sending them all out, but I might going forward have to look at stamped addressed envelopes, I'm afraid, because there was a month I done nearly 60 quid on postage, and it was just like,
yeah. Stamped addressed envelope, I reckon, is the way.
Yeah,
forward.
and that's for a 1/12 Lotus. Oh, that's going to be a nice little good
That's
kit.
going to be a big old lump.
Oh, Quano Man find of the day, Dave. Just found some jammy Dodgers. Scoofaliciously good. Good man.
Oh, I've got no jammy Dodgers, and I've got no custard creams either.
Oh, boohoo and Wibble.
Big Wibble.
Oh, look at that face. Look, our little cherub. I hope they was nice, Quano Man. Lynn Dipple's in. Hello, Lynn. Colin Dave. Lynn. Frank, Jamie, just sneaking in because, yeah, she's off to work, bless her. You have a good day, darling. There you go.
Have a good day. Right.
Yeah, so Jamie was on about his pigments. Edward Leonard's in saying good morning, gentlemen. Colin Dave.
Hello, mate.
We're on too early. Laugh out loud, bless him. No, it's just right for us, really, because it gives us the afternoon where we can just sort of kick back a little bit, you know,
and leave you in the capable hands of some bloke called Model Making Guru, is it?
Yeah. He's on today. As far as I know, he's on today. I think he had a few issues again yesterday with his computer. I'm wondering whether he's got a Windows update that's scheduled for that time of day, and it might be hogging his resources. Perhaps there's a background process running there that needs to be
looked at. It could be something in the update that's not agreeing with something that he's got installed on his machine.
Well, my last Windows update before yesterday's debacle, it killed my NVIDIA, and the one that came through this week killed my Canon printer, didn't it, Dave?
Yeah.
And I had to reinstall all the drivers for my Decal printer. So be careful, guys, when you're doing your Windows updates at the moment, because some of them are killing bits and bobs that we've got running. So, yeah. Quano Man saying, Dave, if you get, what's that? If you catch his mitt, I can lob you one. Yeah, catcher's mitt, you know, baseball glove.
Ah, right.
Took me a while to figure it out then. I'm like, Mark Burgess is saying, I've been listening, but at the workbench, so not much chat from him. It's all right, mate. Have us on in the background, mate. We're here to keep you guys company with our inane drivel and waffle.
Mark, what have you got on your workbench? What are you working on? Come on.
Yeah, come on, fess up, mate. We want to know full details. Has it been a swear fest?
Yeah. Are we doing gallery today, or are we going to do that next week?
No, we'll be doing gallery. I said that at the beginning, mate. You weren't paying attention, was you?
I'll go and stand in the naughty corner.
Yeah, that was in the bit where I said, yeah, Frank, I'll be showing your what's in the belly when I do the gallery in a bit, mate, because I've got them open on that screen. Yeah, don't be like Dave.
Nah.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
James is saying PM me in a bit. Yeah, no worries, mate. Like I say, it's open, but obviously whilst we're live, I tend to sort of freeze everything and deal with other stuff afterwards. Bit like gallery. I'll go through the gallery shortly as to what's already in there, but obviously once it's shut till next week now, because otherwise you just keep going backwards and backwards and backwards.
Yeah, because last week you was backwards and forwards like the calendar, weren't you?
Well, I've only got a slow computer, and yeah,
Can you not get your stoker to stoke up more pressure?
Oh, he looked at me last week. He took his hat off and mopped his brow with his rather dirty stoker's bit of cloth, and it was like, "You're having a bubble. I've got to open that again. I've got to put another shovel load in the boiler." And he muttered some expletive at me, and the shovel got thrown in the corner, and he took his bat and ball and went home, mate. So I was sitting here flicking a little bit of coal in my miniature boiler myself, and
yeah,
I don't get out much. Right, I will then, if that is your subtle hint, I'll drop my gallery stuff in and get that ready. Then we'll do a bit of the old, a bit of the gallery and a bit of the old tubage, shall we?
Definitely.
I take it you're seeing that, Dave, yeah?
Yeah, I'm just going to make it full screen. I won't be able to see what's going on in the chat, but yeah.
I can make it full screen like that if this is better for people.
No, I would made it full screen on my laptop.
But yeah, what have we got here then? We have got the bench and belly thing for today from Frankie Goes to Wobbywood. He's painting the seats for a Ferrari 328 GTS.
Nice.
And in the belly is a big piece of, you rotter, specution. Is that? Wikipedia says it's a type of quiche, a speciality of northern Hesse, Germany. It's a bacon pie flan with a rye flour crust and made with eggs. Egg and bacon pie, Dave, then, yeah?
Yeah, that's about the son of it, yeah.
Oh, leeks and onions.
I'll tell you what, mate, about the only thing that's missing is a good squirt of HP or Daddy's.
Yeah. Every village and every baker has its own specution recipe. God, I tell you something, Dave, that looks a bit of pucker-tucker, mate, doesn't it?
I'll tell you what, you could slice that and put that between two bits of bread and all.
Oh, Frankie, mate, I do like the way Frankie does it. Not only do we get ingredients, we get pictorial sample as well. And yeah, I'm kind of hungry now.
Yeah, what would be nice if we was sent a proper tastage as well.
Oh, mate, yeah. You know what he'll do, mate? He'll end up wrapping some of this up, and you'll get a jiffy bag turn up now.
Yeah, with a little note from Postman Pat. Thanks for that.
Yeah, we got some more photos by the look of it going in our gallery here. So we'll have a looky-loo at some of these. Yeah, come on, Facebook. You can do this. Go on. Oh, dear. Yeah, there's, bless him. There's one in, yeah. See what I mean about my computer, can't you, Dave?
Come on, Stoker. Get stoking.
Yeah, it's getting there. Da 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 da.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Yeah. I'll read your messages at the end, Reese. You're messaging me a lot, mate, and yeah, I don't want people to see what you're saying, dude. So
he wants you to play with his pink rings.
Yeah, we'll sort that out after the show, buddy. Let's have a look at. I'll do YouTube's for a minute whilst that's loading because that's just been a bit of a bind at the moment.
Yeah.
So we've got Archie Boniface over at Common Road Junction doing his YouTube. I'm just trying to do this because it kind of threw me having to do it so quick. Yeah. Tell you what, I'm going to come off that for a sec, mate. Oh no,
Right.
we've got some photos. But yeah, it's kind of yeah. I'm just going to close that just for a sec, mate. And I'll go back into that because it kind of I'm on the wrong page.
Yeah, that's right. Not a problem.
I'll tell you what, I'll carry on talking as well then.
Well,
Yeah.
I was just wondering what else I could come up with, but I'm
Yeah, no, that's all right, mate. Apologies for having such a slow computer, but yeah, you know how it is, mate. It's one of them, isn't it?
well, while he does his
I'm just trying to find the album, mate, but it's like
yeah,
gone into gobbledygook mode. I'm doing that as well as trying to hide messages that are coming through, and it's like
yeah. Right. What shall I do as an infill? Well, I don't know. I have no
Oh,
idea.
don't matter, Dave. Let's see what the YouTube's loaded.
Bardy bum bumty bumty boo.
That's all right. I'll go back on there, and you'll just have to look at my empty screen. I'm afraid, folks.
Smack neon box.
Yeah. Don't worry, Dave. I'll go and screen share now, mate. There you go. Common Road Junction's got his YouTube channel there. That's Archie Boniface. And on there, he's got his channel trailer up there on some of the builds he's been doing. He's got the 135th scale Italieri Fury Crossroads Dio update. That's the one he's been putting in the gallery recently.
Yeah, that's coming on a treat, that one.
Yeah, show Brian S Model Railway Club. Little video there of it. He's got some of his popular uploads there of different shows that he goes to.
Well, we are getting into that time now, isn't it? Showtime.
Yeah, that's Common Road Junction. Some bloke here called Skullfish. He's got a YouTube channel, so like and subscribe to these channels, guys, if you haven't done so already.
No, I think I already have.
Yeah, it will load. Stoker, get a move on. There you go. There's Skullfish. He's got Star Fury. He's got an LED chaser. Looks like a Larson scanner he's got there for the Knight Rider kit car by the look of that. You know, the old
Yeah, the back side to side red light thing.
Yeah, a Warp Amiga Part 2. I'm going to say I know what one of them is, but I don't.
Yeah, no idea.
So that's Skullfish, who's got his own YouTube channel. Don't forget, guys, if you haven't subbed to him, just hit the old subscribe and click the bell, and you'll get notified when they're uploading some new video. I heard a distinct ooh off of Dave there. Have I done Frankie Goes to Hobbywood's YouTube? I don't think I have before, so let's go and say hello to Frankie's channel. Archie's asking how we doing, guys, in the chat. We're doing all right, Archie, mate. Hope you're doing okay, guys.
Mark has said that he's got a Panzer IV chassis.
Oh, good, man.
Okay, and he's doing a Strum or a Stug.
Skullfish was leveling his print bed. No, that's all right, mate.
Yeah.
Anyone able to make me a good video intro thing? Yeah, I'll do it for you if you want, mate. What are you after? PM me. Let me know what you're after, and I'll sit and do something on Premiere for you, and you can have an intro video, mate. Happy days. Let's just close.
Let me go back up in the chat and say
that a minute so that I'm not blocking Frankie's screen, pardon me, RC truck there.
Frankie goes to Obbywood and saying he can't send his bacon loaf thing.
Yeah, can imagine it. Yeah, because sending foodstuffs in it. Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, he's got loads of RC trucks on here. He's got a Revell Golf GTI. Got a group build made in Germany. So there's a lot of video content on there, folks. So again, if you haven't subbed to Frankie Goes to Hollywood, just hit his subscribe button and click the bell.
Yeah.
You know, let's get him to 700 subscribers. You know, why not? Spread the love. Malcolm Simmons has got some stuff there for the Harrier, by the look of it.
That's a new name.
Oh, Malcolm, yeah, I think he popped in the other week, and he's got some stuff on his channel. There's a video of weathering his Harrier, so I think he's going to play it actually rather than show me the channel. So I'll have to go back.
Yeah.
That, but this is that, I think, Conversation Shed group. Yes, there's a group of different fellas that have set up a YouTube channel that they all post to, basically.
Oh,
So
right.
there's quite a few different folks that all post on this. So, but there's loads and loads of tips as well on here, which I like. Freehanding camo and panel line washes to do panel lines with. So there's some really good bits and bobs on there on what to do, how to do stuff, little tips on all kinds of subjects, really. So not just model making, there's a bit of gardening, a bit of everything in there, Dave.
Oh.
So, yeah. So that's the Conversation Shed. Getting old and doing stuff. Yeah. I like the way they've worded that. Yeah, we all get to that age where we end up. Yeah. So that's Conversation Shed. Let's have a little looky, Luke, to see if we can get these photos to load now. Come on, Facebook. We're getting there. Yeah. I am in the group, aren't I? Let's just check that I'm in the group.
Yeah. Frankie's saying thanks for the shout out. Yeah, you're welcome, mate. No worries.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting there, mate.
Awesome, mate. We'll PM you later.
Yeah. Come on, computer. Yeah.
Aries is back.
Oh, hello, Aries. Hello, mate. All right. JS Idaho is saying hello to Archie.
I think that's it. I think we're pretty much.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Like I say, Dave, I'm just waiting for my page. Bless it.
Yeah, no,
it's getting there. Yeah, this is going really well today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. We'll start off with Frankie's bit of pudding.
Yeah, that's where I think that's what we got to before.
Yeah, I know. It's the first photo I saw that I could load, mate.
But it does look nice, huh?
Yeah. This week's reward for stating the obvious.
Yeah.
Right, Carswell's got a tank there. Not sure what one because he's not put in there what tank it is, but it's got a big boomstick, mate.
And it's got tracks.
Yeah. So Luke over at Black Rifle Model Works posts loads and loads of really sexy armour that he does, and it is mint work. And I love it. I love his stuff.
That's a men kit, isn't it?
I think it might well be. That was last night's Saturday crash. There's Archie. That looks like his Fury build he's doing.
Yep.
Of the Sherman. I think it was an Easy 8, wasn't it? The Sherman in
Yes, I do. Yes, I believe it was.
In the film, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
JS is saying it's a men tortoise, Luke.
That's what I was just getting there. on that one. I thought that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Because, mate, I'm the world's most useless information when it comes to armour. Pretty much everything. So, yeah, that's coming along nice, isn't it?
It is.
Archie, of course, is Common Road Junction. There's my man, Frankie Dave, with his large cigar there. He does some fantastic work with...
More like a spaceship, isn't it, than a cigar?
Yeah. He does some great work with paper models, Dave.
Yeah, because you've got a couple to do, haven't you?
Yeah, you know, I mean, that battleship, that's paper.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's a paper model, mate. I know. It's mad, isn't it?
How?
Easy. You can tell by the turrets. It's... Yeah, paper models, mate. It's phenomenal what he does.
That's good.
You basically get a book with coloured pages of paper that you then adhere to cereal boxes, things like that, to stiffen it up, and then you
right, okay, yeah,
you make stuff out of it, and yeah, that's he's got some phenomenal stuff, and he even skives the edges, Dave. So when you join the edges of the paper together, you don't end up with a ridge line. You know, it's
Oh. Very good.
Yeah, Mark's Modelling Ramblings. This is the channel to sub to for modelling stuff. Yeah, I don't know who told you that, mate.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, Dave, I love what he does over at Frankie Dave, because, yeah, he rekindled my interest in paper models, because I thought they had stopped doing them. I used to have them when I was a kid. Do you remember you used to get the Model T Fords and that? And it was a little book about the car, and then at the back you had 4 or 5 pages that you took out, and you would cut them out and build the car that you had just read about.
No, I didn't have any of those. I think the closest that I can get to that sort of thing is the flat pack buildings that you get for model railways.
Yeah. Yeah, JS is saying there, Frankie Day is powered by cigars on awesome modeler. He is, mate. I've raved about him for a good few years now, you know, and said, you know, it's refreshing when someone like him can come along and just rekindle lost skills, basically, because he does a lot of old school stuff as well. But he's a quirky, eccentric character, but my God, he's an artist, you know, he's total genius. And there you see is the instructions that come with the paper model. I've got a Bismarck and a Huey up on the side there. And you'll get your folding sheets and that, and then you get your colour sheets, and you cut them all out and assemble away until your art's content. And you end up with really large scale stuff, Dave. But
yeah, I was going to say that ship that he's done, he's looking somewhat large.
It is. There's someone there who's got the Pegasus and Nautilus. Philip Pash. Archie Boniface is saying, for the black camo button on pattern on Fury, should I follow any specific or make it my own? And I'd just put on there, make it your own, so it's unique to you, mate. It's your model. A lot of these camo jobs, bear in mind, were done in the field with troops using mops, buckets, and anything they could find to use as a pigment.
Yeah, brushes, broomsticks, whatever they could find to put it on with. So
yeah, so there was never a particularly set pattern. It was anything that basically made the contours of the shape a little less recognizable to the enemy. Lee Eagles there looks like a rather sexy Porsche. I'll take it as a Porsche. I'm looking at it sideways. Seats and suspension and that. Found more in the spare parts. Bless him. Wheels and tires. Yeah, I want to play with the resin printer and do some car wheels and tires. On the flexible filament on the FDM printer and the rims on the resin. So,
that'd be a good combination. Oh,
Well, yeah, because I reckon I can replicate the squishy tyres out of the squishy filament I've got, and obviously the centre rims. Yeah.
there wouldn't be any reaction for the TPU against the resin, would there? Perchance.
I would have thought if once you've sprayed the resin with Alcalad and put a gloss on it, you're going to have a gloss barrier between the two anyway.
That's very true.
Edward Leonard's put up a beautiful figure there.
Oh, that does look nice.
You're an avid figure painter, aren't you?
I am. I do like my figure. I don't post my figures. It's something that I do for the therapeutic reasons of.
Yeah, I do. I do mine in between builds. I often get asked what I do between video builds, and I figure paint. But I do it to bring me down and just relax me. So
yeah, as I've said it before. I don't know what it is, but there is something about applying paint with an airy stick on a figure that just kind of really works for me when I need it to sort of level me off a little bit.
Exactly. Carl there, he's posted up a bit of dry brushing by the look of that on a tank upper hole. He does some beautiful weathering. Really does. I wish I could weather at the level these guys do, because they just do spectacular work. They really do.
I would say that I'm below reasonable at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have a go, don't get me wrong, but what I find difficult for me is because I'm not an armour guy.
No,
with the knowledge that these guys have got, where they've visually seen it or whatever, I kind of wouldn't know where the wear would occur on that. And this is where I'm pretty lucky with Sarge and Vincent, because you can ask them, oh, what, would there be scratches here or where there? But yeah, these guys can just do it without having to think about it, because they instinctively know, don't they? And
yeah, there's a chap in my model club. He's only got to look at a black and white World War II German tank photograph, and then within sort of a couple of months, he's done a 3D replica of it from a kit.
Yeah.
And it looks virtually like the photograph, but in 3 dimensions and in colour.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm looking down there. That looks like. Am I right in saying that's an Oshkosh? Is that an Oshkosh?
Possibly.
Paul Chaplin there.
Or is it or is it the Japanese defence vehicle?
Not sure, mate.
Oh,
when you look at that, yeah, that's an Oshkosh.
Oshkosh. Yeah.
But I mean, when you look at the weathering on that, that's someone there that is, looked at that and gone, yeah, that would be warm there, it'd be dirty there. You know what I mean? And it's, to me, that shows, because it makes it look more realistic. But when you're in my situation, or you're learning, because you're having to think of every single placement, it kind of doesn't make it look as natural, does it? Because you're having to overthink it all the time, and just looks so natural. I mean,
no,
that was a real try. And again, it's subtly done, isn't it? It's not overdone. It's just right.
Almost perfect.
And he's plastic modeler, Paul Chaplin. So I think he's got a YouTube. If you haven't, get one, Paul. If you have, then like and subscribe.
Yeah, and put the link in with all the other links.
Yeah, and let's get your subs up, mate, because that is beautiful. I really like that. And again, it's different.
That sat on a nice little diorama as well. I think would absolutely finish that one off.
Yeah.
Subtle hint.
There is styrene there with his Porsche.
Yeah.
Again, it's just like
you see work like that, you think, oh, I might as well just hang my kit up and go and do something else.
Yeah, I think that's us up to date there, Dave. Because
I think
remember
it is because those two were in last week, so I think you've done a good job there, mate. Well done.
yeah, it's one of those. Like I say, I'm due to upgrade my computer, so I'm really sorry for you guys that you was left hanging a little bit by me there. What have we got in here? Here you go. Do another YouTube whilst we're on. Sergeant Bones is in saying oi oi. Hello, Sarge.
All right, Sarge.
How are you, mate? This is the not so average builder who's got some Gundams, some Zaku Warrior Blue Demon full reveal, out to create textured armor pieces on Gumpler. Step your inner frame metallics up another level. So if you're into your Gundams, Gumplers, you know, it looks like this is a guy that you need to pay a visit to so that you can get some of your techniques sorted. Because, yeah, I mean, I nearly pulled the pin on a Gundam the other week, and I think I saw the light, Dave. I think I've redeemed myself and withdrew from the shock. But Fox hasn't helped. He's trying to encourage me to pull the pin on it. But yeah.
No, that's bad.
So hopefully that's a bit of the old gallery. Lee's asking for my address. Yeah, Lee, no worries, mate. If you can PM me a reminder, and I'll do it when I come off air, mate, and I'll play a bit of catch up with any of you that have messaged me over the last few days in the chat. I'll play a bit of catch up now that I'm back at the bench and getting back to myself. So if any of you have messaged me during the week and I haven't got back to you, I apologise unreservedly now. And I'll endeavour to get back to you all during the week.
Sarge is complaining that he nearly slept through. Well, why don't you set your alarm clock then, Sarge?
Bless you, mate. Here, it's any consolation, Sarge. I nearly slept through as well. I didn't go to bed till 9 o'clock this morning. I kind of lost track of the time watching F1 testing and, pardon me, MotoGP testing.
Yeah. Would like to say that Ferrari have pulled out of F1, but
I'm not saying anything about Ferraris because I know for well he'll pay the ferryman. James Chapman's saying to me that if you're gonna do a Gundam build, it's got to be the Lego one. Yeah, I've been looking at some of the links for the Lego stuff, and I'll tell you something, Dave. It's something. Oh, excuse me. It's something worth giving a bit of thought to, you know, isn't it? Doing a little Lego build. What do you reckon?
Well, as a child, I used to have Lego until it was coming out my ears. So to go back and circle with the brick. Could
you imagine me sitting here trying to put Lego together now with my hands?
It's an interesting concept.
Cool, Bennett.
If that is the case, are we going to do what I would say as a normal Lego build, or are we going to go down the road of a Technic Lego build?
I honestly don't know. I would have to have a look at what's out there, Dave. I've got no idea, mate. What do you reckon? Because you've got a bit, haven't you?
I've got a few bits upstairs. Most of it is technical stuff. I have got a large storage box of standard Lego bricks.
Probably have to be something techie then, wouldn't it, with us two? Because we are a bit nerdy, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen the prices for Lego these days?
Would I have to sell my wife's shoe collection?
I think it would be the wife's shoe collection, reserve shoe collection, handbag collection, and reserve handbag collection.
Yeah, I've just heard a thud. I think she's fainted.
I'm surprised the door's still on its hinges.
JS Idaho saying you could cover Lego and Gundam in one foul swoop. I like your thinking there, mate.
Yeah, I've not seen any of the Lego Gundam.
I haven't. You know, it's JS is saying you could cover Lego and Gundam in one foul swoop. Mark's moggling ramblings is fancy the Lego Defender. Sell a kidney.
Well, yeah, there is that.
It's worth a bit of thought, Dave, isn't it?
Well, here's a thought. What we could do is we can do the Landy from Revell.
Yeah, we'll do that as our Scooby build, yeah.
And we could do a Landy from Lego, because that's a Technic kit, if I'm right in saying. I'm sure the guys in chat will put me right. So we could do that, but we, yeah. I don't know.
Because James is reminding us there that if you want to save loads of money on Lego, go to the AliExpress links that he sent us. Yeah, it's what I was saying just now. You sent us some links, and it's surprising what's out there. So leave it with us. We'll do a bit of research, and yeah, I think we could have something going there. You know, Dave's different, isn't it? Because I've got Meccano. Do you remember Meccano?
Yeah, that was the Posh Boys Lego.
Yeah, I've got different ones of them.
Ooh. No, I never had the Meccano. I always had the Lego brick.
Yeah, so, and again, you know, there's different ones of them that I've acquired over time, you know, so.
And the times that I've sat down with Lego, I've had great fun, because it was just something that you opened your imagination and off you went.
Well, this is it, you know, but perhaps a bit of the old Lego Technical, mate, might be a way to go.
Well, I've got some Lego Technics upstairs. I might.
Yeah, Sarge is saying there his boy bashed a Lego Mad Cat from Mech Warrior with just standard blocks. Was huge monks. Mark's modelling rambling saying there's a time lapse build on his channel. Happy days. I'll have a looky look at that then, mate. Yeah, something different, Dave, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got some Technics upstairs. I wonder if do a different video, just do a video of me putting one together. See if I can remember how to put them together.
Well, the thing is, you've got your down cam, ain't you? So you can just bung that on record, and you can just sit there building it, and then edit the video and do a lot like Mark was saying. There are time lapse with a bit of the old jingle pops going in the background. Mark saying, yeah, Dunny's with a GoPro, missed some bits during it, but most of it's there. Yeah, I've got a mate he's not got a YouTube at the moment. He's currently filming a load of stuff, and he wears a GoPro on an app as he's building and does it that way.
Yeah, who else is it? There's a lad that does a load of car builds. I'm sure he uses a GoPro strapped to his head.
Yeah.
Scale model channel. I can't remember what it is.
Mark's modelling ramblings is going. We keeping Colin up. Yeah, I didn't go to bed till 9 o'clock this morning, mate. So I grabbed a couple of hour power nap because I was watching MotoGP and Formula One testing overnight and kind of lost track of time. But now I'll be fine, mate. Just excuse my yawning.
You're not going to do a wibble on us, are you? You're not going to wibble out, are you?
Am I never? I had to clean that up, didn't I, Dave? Yeah, see what you did there.
Oh, nearly got him.
Frankie Goes to Hollywood saying he's got the Lego Saturn V. I knew I'd seen someone put something about a Saturn V in there.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
From what
It's funny. I sent Frankie a picture of some bits and bobs, and he spotted my shuttle in the corner. And I downloaded the STL files for the Saturn V rocket. You know, all the engine upgrades and that you buy in resin. And I'm gonna bung them in the old resin printer just to see how they come out, mate. So I might be revisiting my 1/4 scale Apollo at some point and doing a modifying the engines from the Revell stuff that comes with the kit to the resin stuff that we've printed.
Oh, so we could be having a revamp.
Well, yeah, because I'm doing the plastic coat on Frankie's shuttle decals over the next day or so, and then I can get them sent to him. And I'm going to do a set for myself and drop the shuttle down and decal that with the tiles. And I thought, yeah, do something with the Apollo. And I just randomly thought, I wonder whether they've got STLs for the proper engines, you know, with all the pipe work and all of that lot. And I managed to get a set for each different stage of the rocket. So I've got them all now, and it's just a matter of scaling them to 1/4 scale and printing them out. And I'm like, yeah. Because it does need it. It needs something doing on it, because I've got the paper launch umbilical tower that I started over there, and I must get round to finishing it. But the space it was going to stand in is now occupied by a 3D printer, so I now need to create another space to put the Apollo in with its launch umbilical tower. But it's a bit big. What do we got?
For a Saturn V launch tower, this is Lego. There are non-Lego sets available.
I've got a paper version of the launch umbilical tower that I'm building over the way there, and I started it and then realised how big it was going to be, and then thought I need to find a new area to put it in. So I've stopped building it at the moment because I've got nowhere to put it.
I think that's why I haven't done some of the Lego Technics that I've got upstairs, because they are a little bit large.
I found that with the Nimitz. I sat there and I thought, I'll build a Nimitz, and then you're bunging it together and you're like, God, that's big. So what did I do? I went out and got a container ship. Yeah.
You couldn't contain yourself, could you?
I couldn't. I saw what you did there, but it was a cheap price, including shipping.
So you shipped one out?
Yeah, I know. Should we quit whilst we're behind, Dave?
Well, either that or before we sink.
Yeah, James is saying it's a direct link. Yeah, I know, James. Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll do that when I'm off air, buddy. Jamie Bones is saying the rugby's now on, so he's going to catch up with the rest of the stream later. Yeah, apologies. Forgot there was a rugby game on. Yeah. If you guys want to go and watch your rugby, well, I don't mind. We can knock it off a bit early so you can get off and watch your rugby. I don't mind.
It's recorded.
You know, if you guys in the chat are sitting there eager to go and watch the Six Nations, just type in that's what you want to do, and we'll nip off half hour early. I don't mind, you know, because the last thing I want to do is spoil your entertainment at the end of the day. Sarge is saying that was bad, Dave.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. I will take that one on the chin, but I won't allow it to get sunk.
Oh, God. So what I have to put up with? Really? Yeah. Making Models is saying, no, we're all right. The kickoff isn't until 3. Okay, mate, no worries. Cheers for that, mate. But it's like I said, you know, if people are eager to get to watch their egg chasing, mate, then who am I to stop them?
No, it's just a load of know-it-alls talking about the game, and that's it. I just want to see the game, not ex-players talking about it.
Yeah, it's one of them, mate, isn't it? I mean, I think it's pretty much a goer that France are going to win it, isn't it? Are they uncatchable now, Dave? Or?
Well, I think they're probably going to do the Six Nations. They're going to get the trophy for that.
Yeah.
The big one now at the moment is England Ireland. If England beat Ireland, we can go forward for the Triple Crown.
Ah, right. Yeah. Yeah. I thought there was something in it, but I couldn't remember what. I've not actually followed the Six Nations this season for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know.
RJC Models is saying that he's here until the end. Yeah, sorry, JS Idaho earlier on asked what RJC was for. It's Reece John Comer, mate. It's his initials. I think I might have put it in the chat. But yeah, Beaker's a good mate of ours. As mad as a box of frogs. He won't mind me saying that.
I would have been mad as 2 boxes of frogs, really.
I think he starts his new job Monday as a resin injection mold, whatever man. So yeah, he's going to be getting himself covered in resin a bit like I do. Yeah. Don't be like Festa. Mind you, though, I am good when I'm working with a resin. I do wear my gloves and my mask. So
I was going to say he's going to have those big gauntlet gloves on, isn't he? The big rubber ones.
Being that he's doing it on an industrial scale, I would have thought he would have had the elbow crunchers on, mate. But yeah. He says he starts on the 4th. Oh, you got a week off, have you? Oh, yeah, that means you'll be busting my chops then, saying you're putting an hangout up. Yeah. Yeah, I'll put a link up once we come off of the StreamYard one for the group for the hangout. So I'll bung that up so you can pop in and say hello at your leisure. So, yeah. Lewis, oh, that's nice. Lewis is saying he'd rather watch us two than the sport. Oh, bless you, mate. Cheers, mate. Listening to our inane drivel. Yeah, Osric saying he's going to stick with us. Yeah. Shane Young's just saying we'd rather watch you guys any day. Yeah. Shane's one of me patrons there. Again, Shane, I'll be putting some stuff up on the Patreon during the week, mate. Obviously, we lost Scooby on Monday. I know I've mentioned it already on the show, but I kind of took a week out, to be quite honest with you, because my mind wasn't on it. And I'll play some catch up during the week and drop some stuff up on the Patreon for you to have a looky-loo at. There will be another episode of the Death Race Mustang going up and some updates, some bits and bobs.
Talking of Patreon, I haven't done anything on mine, so one must extract one's finger and do something this week for it.
Yeah, definitely. Some bloke called Model Making Guru has conveniently turned up because he's about to go live.
Is he?
So, hello, Fox. All right, mate.
YouTube had cancelled his show.
Yeah. He's. I take it you're live this afternoon, Fox, because I know you've been having some issues with your YouTube, your feed. Frankie Day's Models has come in. Colin and Davey, howdy. Hi, Frankie. We had you featured earlier on as a YouTube channel. I was showing off your wares, mate, and your paper models on the gallery. And
you got full pimpage, mate.
People commented on your beautiful sized cigars. And also, Dave was gobsmacked that the battleship is made of paper, mate. And I think we might, have converted someone, Frankie. So
that is something else. I'm going to have to look into these paper models. I don't know if we'll be going to the same sort of size as what Mr. Day does, but
Fox is saying he is on today. Apologies. Only Saturdays seem to be a problem. You might have a background scheduled task running, mate, that is occupying your CPU on a Saturday. So go into your task manager and look for scheduled tasks, mate, and see whether or not.
Have a look, see if you've got any updates pending or something.
Scale Model Vamp is in. Hello, Vamp. How you doing? Long time, mate. Hope you're keeping well. Love and respect to you and Muse. Hope you're keeping well, fella. James is replying to Mark. I don't, unfortunately. It's just I got in contact with a few stores on AliExpress that deal with their own version of Lego sets. Apologies for the spider pig.
Yeah, because you
And
got
JS is saying condolences for Scooby. Yeah, it was a total shock, mate, when I found out. I was only talking to him Monday morning, and yeah, it really did knock me for six. And yeah, it's tragic, mate. It really is. James is saying hopefully in the next few weeks we'll be doing is that Lepin Hogwarts Express set?
Yeah, Leping is the Chinese knockoff version of Lego.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Yeah, they do a lot of reverse engineering, shall we say?
You mean to say that our friends over in China are known for doing that sort of thing? That shocks me, Dave.
Well, rumoured to be, yes.
Allegedly was that.
Yes.
Scale Model Vamp is saying, yeah, I'm doing well, thanks, Cole. Just busting my rear. Muse is away at a con. Yeah, good to hear from you, mate. To be honest with you, mate. Yeah. Hopefully you're still building and doing things. Because the last I knew, I think you had moved or was in the middle of moving and was out the loop for a little while. So hopefully you're all set back up and your cave's up and running, because, you know, get some photos of your builds in the gallery, mate, on the old Festa page, and we'll have you on there. There's also a link up there for your YouTube channels to go in, mate. If you have a look on my page, put a link to your YouTube channel, Vamp. Get Muse to put one to hers, and we'll feature them on the show, mate. That's what we do each week on a Sunday. We do a bit of YouTube and a bit of gallery, so we get people to subscribe to you. We shall, mate. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, we pick on one poor individual and give it full pimpage.
Yeah, some poor unfortunate reprobate gets their channel featured on here, and we just go through their stuff, what they do about them, and encourage people to subscribe to them, because, you know, we're all members of groups that are, you know, 2, 3, 4,000 people in them, and if we all as YouTubers subbed to each other, I think we'd all unlock some more features on our channels, wouldn't we? So let's share the love.
Yeah.
He's saying that he's moved and set up, finally got, what's that? Moved and set. Oh, it's scrolled right up again. No models right now. We'll get one this week. 'Tis time again to get building.
Ah, good.
So the chat was rolling away from me, and it's right behind my camera boom. Sarge, I did email and contact him about a partnership, but got nothing back. Keep at him, mate. Keep at him, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Scale Model Vamp is replying to Aries. Bless.
Yeah.
Can't say hello, Vamp. But yeah. I mean, we've got an affiliation up there with our friends over at E-Models, and yeah, you know, they support us. They encourage us to do our inane drivel, and early days of a partnership that I hope works well and grooms well for both of us.
Yeah, so go give them a poke, have a look round, see what you fancy.
Yeah,
you know,
why not? Indeed, mate.
I'm sure there must be something there that will tickle the fancy of someone.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm filming part 2 this week of the ball tank. I'm building it all in advance and filming it, and then I'll get it all sent off for them. So that'll be coming soon, and I'll then need to start thinking about what I'll build afterwards, I suppose. So I'll be on there having a looky-loo. Lee Eagles is asking if selling is allowed on my page. If you're selling something, post a link up to it, but the actual selling of it is between you and the individual you sell to. And as long as you and the individual are happy dealing with each other, then do so. I mean, me personally, I haven't got a problem with it, but I won't be drawn into any conflicts that may or may not occur, because that's, again, between the seller and the purchaser. That's
Yes.
my only rule on it. By all means, if you've got stuff that you're selling on eBay or whatever, by all means you can advertise it, pimp it or whatever. But as for the arrangements and communications, that will be PMs between you and the individual. That's not a problem. I think that's fair, Dave, didn't you, mate?
Yeah, definitely. You know, between seller and buyer, and that's it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you've got stuff that you're selling out of your stash, you know, and I've got no problem with that. But, you know, if we was doing a buy-sell transaction, that's between me and the away from the page, the final transaction, and any issues that may or may not result is dealt with away from the page. But all I would say, if you are buying and selling stuff, you know, is be nice to each other, you know, be legit. And, you know, if you're sending stuff, send it out signed for. And, you know, at least you're covered then with post office losses or anything like that.
Yeah, and the person at the other end has got to sign for it when it arrives.
Every siren saying he would order from e-models, but shipping from Britain is more expensive than getting it shipped from Australia. Yeah, I've got friends that live in Penrith in Australia, and I was surprised how expensive it is to send something down under.
Well, it's a long way to
Shocking.
go. It's a long way to go.
Oh, yeah, I know it's a long way to go, but in the modern world, with the ability to ship stuff globally, I'm like, Australia and New Zealand is an absolute bomb, innit? It really is. It surprises me, and I think Vamp suffers as well with, if I remember rightly, stuff. This could be an allegedly coming up. Allegedly, stuff has a habit of disappearing when it goes South Africa way, and whether or not that's an issue internally or externally, I don't know. But bless him, you know, Vamp. You know, you send stuff down and it don't arrive, and it's a shame because and I think it's exorbitant costs as well. So, but yeah, it's a problem for all of us. I mean, I've had it where someone sent me something. They're like, "Oh, did you get so and so?" And I'm like,
No,
mate. I said it, mate. I'll have a look. And I'm lucky. I have a Dropbox, so I can saunter around and open up the Dropbox, and 90% of the stuff that gets sent me goes in the Dropbox, because you know, it's a lot easier for me. Because if there's a knock at the door, the time it takes me to get to the door, you know, the bloke's grown a beard. So yeah. Yeah, he's saying there, yeah, the last package he got was sent back to the US because someone didn't do the job at the airport. Yeah. But Vamp's going, he's going to post some stuff up thick and fast. So yeah, mate, honestly, that's, you know, the whole idea of this show is, you know, yeah, all right, me and Dave are presenting it, but the show's about you guys and girls in the chat.
What you do, what you get up to.
At the end of the day, the chat feeds the show. We'll talk about what you guys want to talk about. But at the end of the day, the whole idea behind this is us two reprobates are sitting here just chillaxing with you. But, you know, if you've got photographs that you want seen, then, you know, you post them up in the page, join the Festa 67 workshop group. If you've got a YouTube channel, put a link up, and, you know, we'll spread the love, because if we can get you subscribers through what we do on this show, then surely that's a job well done, because it's not just about me or Dave getting subs. It's let's sub to each other, and I randomly go through the links that are posted up, and I'll just sit and watch people's videos on the channels, and I'm seeing guys' work that I haven't seen before, and I'm now beginning to associate screen names with YouTube names as well. So if your YouTube name is different to your screen name, then put your screen name up or your YouTube name with it, so we can associate like Archie Boniface as Common Road Junction and start getting to know you all. So, and again, if people are subbing to you, return the favour, click their link and subscribe back. And once everyone sees that we're all getting subs out of each other, I think it's going to grow, because you've done all right out of it, Dave, haven't you? You've been getting a few, mate.
I get a few random ones come along every so often, and my total keeps ticking up, which is good. It's nice. It's people want to see what I'm up to.
Absolutely.
And it's always nice to see what everybody else is up to as well.
Mark's modelling ramblings there is couldn't light a barbecue in the UK today. The match would either be blown out or the showers would put it out.
Yeah,
we're
getting battered again for the third weekend on the trot by the sound of it.
Yeah, we had a bit of a blowy overnight storm. I don't know whether you had the same, Dave. You were snoring your head off, no doubt.
Mate.
But it was a proper lamppost rattler, as I would call it. I could hear the lamppost across the green giving it large again. And I'm like, really? 3 weeks in a row? And the next door neighbour's fence is still smacking the living daylights out of me conservatory. It's like, yeah.
You need to do something about that.
Yeah, I've been out and propped it up as best I can, but I'll put a post in and set a chain link my side, and it'll be Fox. What's he saying there? Mark's model ramblings. We've had no wind and sunshine all day. Stepped outside to spray something, and then we got all the wind in the world. That is normally what happens.
Yeah,
mate.
that normally happens to me.
Sarge is saying it's hitting in Germany right now. Yeah, Sarge, mate, it's a big one, because I was getting a bit twitchy during the night, because I could hear people stuff in their gardens going 10 to the dozen, mate. And it weren't just sliding across the patio; it was proper getting scooted around, mate. So
tumbling across the patios.
Yeah, it was a hearty guffaw, so to speak.
I put my head on the pillow, and that was pretty much it until I woke up this morning.
Cool, yeah. Lewis Williams has come out with a good one there. The wind's good when I'm sleeping in the truck. It rocks me to sleep. But it ain't so good when you're going through the Dartford crossing or over the Dartford crossing. Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't shut that, mate.
Yeah, no, I don't
think the Dartford Bridge, isn't it? Is quite a steep one, mate, isn't it? Yeah. You look at it as you're driving towards it, and you're like,
no.
Yeah. James is saying there we could do a Lego buddy build if and when Lego released their Fast and Furious technical set. Now that is a good shout.
That sounds plausible.
Yeah. Yeah. He's asking, if we're interested. Yeah, keep us abreast of that one, mate. If you get wind through the place that you're dealing with as to when it's coming up, if you can let us know and the sort of price range I'm looking at, mate, and I'll be able to put a bit of the old Festa's funds together.
Yes.
Model making guru saying wind is quite relaxing unless there's a 40-foot pine within 20 foot of your bedroom window. Yeah.
Yeah. You're branching out then.
Race is saying, yeah, they do shut it down when it's thing. And Lewis is saying it's got to be 60 mile an hour. Aries Styrene, you're saying it's a beautiful sunny day here, no wind, and it's -10. Yeah, how have you been doing with the bushfires over there, by the way, buddy? Is it calmed down for you now? Because it was quite a traumatic bushfire season from
Yeah, it was
what I
getting
got.
a
I
bit,
mean,
from what
my
I
friends
saw.
in
It
yeah,
was,
my friends in Penrith were getting a bit twitchy and said,
mm,
it was probably the first season that they began to feel twitchy enough to want to perhaps move stuff, pack stuff up, and
yeah,
yeah.
that's got to be horrible.
Oh, he's in Canada. Sorry, mate. I thought you was in Australia, mate, for some reason. Don't know why.
Uh, yeah, the -10 might have something to do. Oh, so you probably got knee deep in snow then.
Oh, so you're not far from Harry and Meghan then. Say hello to him for me, won't you, mate? I
Yeah.
haven't seen him for a while. He's gone and moved to Canada. Yeah. Reese is saying, although sunny here in Southend is lovely, sunny with no wind. Yeah, it was blowing a huey, mate.
Yeah, well, it's still blowing a bit of a hewly out there. Well, it was this morning. We've got sunshine at the moment,
We
which
certainly have.
makes a change.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Dave, you know what?
Oh, well, look, we doing it again.
It's that time again, mate.
Good grief. That
I
went quick.
know. It's that time again.
You know, I think we might have to start doing 12 till 4 and nick an hour of Fox.
No, I couldn't do that to him, bless him. Yeah, it's 2:30.
Yeah.
I think you've all got enough time to
Put the kettle on and get ready for the rugby.
put the kettle on, make yourself a brewski, and tune in for the Model Making Guru's intro theme in about 15 minutes.
Yep.
And he's relaxing little intro, and then he'll be with you from 3 p.m. And as far as I know, Chris is on tonight at 8 p.m. with his War Amps the Sunday. So I would like to say yet again, thanks to everyone in the chat for coming in and keeping us company. Thanks for watching, Sherry. I know you are, sweetheart. My condolences to you and the family. Rest in peace up there, Scoob. Pain-free. And we'll play you out with a little bit of the old end credits this week rather than cut straight off. So
are we got posh endings then, have we?
yeah, we got a little ends, a little bit of ending music because we tend to abruptly come off air, and
Yeah. Well,
so
do it the end titles. I would
yeah.
thank you very much to everybody watching, and we'll see you same time, same place next Sunday.
Next week. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye-bye.